Hello and welcome to Bytes and Strides with Prachi. And today we are going to take the part 2 of programming basics. So let's start with the concept of syntax. So what is syntax? So like when we learn any kind of language like Hindi, Marathi, English, what is very important is the grammar of the language. It's very important to follow grammar rules and we cannot challenge the grammar. Like in English, when I say he is a boy, I cannot challenge and say, no, I am going to say she is a boy, right? So similarly, syntax is a set of rules used in a programming language. It is going to dictate how your commands and expressions have to be written, and we have to follow the syntax rules. For example, in English, we say a statement ends with a full stop. Some language may say the statement ends with a semicolon. Some language may say when you go to the next line, a new line is going to start. Some languages will have something like I have to open a bracket and then I need to close a bracket. So the rules and regulations of the language, they are called as the syntax rules. You can very well compare it to grammar of different languages that we learn. So now, say we have written a program using some language. We need to translate that program into ones and zeros. Only then our computer will be able to process it. So there are different language translators available. You can see there is something called as a compiler, interpreter, assembler. So today we'll discuss about compilers and interpreters. Language written in any or a program written in any language is called as the source code. So say I have written some program in some language. It has to be converted to ones and zeros. So I will see how a compiler works. So I give my code to the compiler. Now what the compiler is going to do, it is going to check for the correctness of the syntax. If there is any kind of an error, compiler is going to point that out to me. Unless and until my code is completely error-free, my compiler is not going to convert it. Once my code is completely syntax error-free, then in one single step, my compiler will convert the whole source code into machine code. That is zeros and ones. And now my code is ready for processing. So this is a language translator which we call compiler. Some programming languages are going to use the compiler. Another language translator that we are going to discuss is an interpreter. So say I have a source code, I need machine code, and now I want to use an interpreter. How the interpreter is going to work? It is going to convert my code line by line. So say I have one line of code, it's going to show me what is the machine code. Then the second line, it will execute the second line and so on. So it is going to work line by line. So as you can see, a compiler is going to work faster as compared to an interpreter. Some programming languages use compilers, like we have a compiler for C++, whereas in Python we are going to work with an interpreter. So it depends on the language that you are going to learn. Coming to programming languages, like we discussed earlier, natural languages cannot be used for computer programming. So there are specialized programming languages which will be used for computer programming, and they can be classified as low-level languages and high-level languages. Now, what do I mean by low-level language? A language which is machine-friendly. Okay, whatever you write, the machine is going to understand very easily. High-level language, they're programmer-friendly because they are English-like languages. Not, pure grammatically correct English, but they are English-like languages. these low-level languages, they are going to be very close to binary language, whereas high-level languages, as I said, they are going to be English-like. Low-level languages are going to be very memory efficient because they can execute very fast. Whereas high-level languages, as we saw, we need a language translator. So they are going to be slow as compared to low-level languages. Example of a low-level language, you can have machine language. Assembly language is a processor-dependent language. And high-level languages like we have Java, Python, PHP, C#, they all are high-level languages. So yes, friends, the language that we plan to learn, okay, from the next session onwards is one of the most popular language, Python. Yes, it is the language which is super popular, very much in demand, language used for artificial intelligence, machine learning. So get ready. Next session onwards, we are going to learn Python. See you. Bye-bye.